Okay, great morning. Let's do the reading of the day. I've shuffled the card. It took me so long to get it shuffled and everything, 7 minutes. I just said, all right, let's get rid of that and we'll just go for the reading real quick here. Okay, this is, again, one of these readings about, what the path is and what it takes. The journey. These, I don't know why these keep coming up lately, but that's the reading. So just give it. Links is the first one out. Observation. I love this card. Isn't that not a beautiful card? With the night sky and the beautiful, the cold, and the it's beautiful to see from here. Not so beautiful in the RV in that ice cold. Okay, but observation, like the links, you have to be observant. Part of the path is to, again, do one thing at a time, slow down, begin to go into witness state or observation state so that you can be cognizant and question all the different masks that one wears. That's called your persona, or who and what you think you are, or who and what you are not in the end. So these are the things that you have to see, all the different masks you wear, okay? All the different ideations you have gathered and collected. And all of these need to be confronted to be seen for what they are and what they're not. Okay, that's part of the path. So in order to do that, you have to be willing to stretch yourself and come out of your box that you've got yourself confined in. Okay, need to break through that box, and that's part of the job of the guru as a spiritual teacher. It's my job to get people to come out of their box, out of their preconceived notions, their holdings, the things, because these wind up being jails of their own making. Okay, they think it's things that's going to keep them safe, but rather than keeping them safe, it keeps them locked in a box of their own design and construction. Okay, so along the way, once you've started to stretch, and it's going to be very, when things are starting to stretch, it can get pretty hairy, pretty difficult. And so during that time, you need to really have faith. You need to have faith in the universe, faith in your spiritual teacher, faith that you are going to make it all the way through it. Okay? To make it all the way through. Because some parts of the path, like I said, are very, very difficult. You'll go through the dark night of the soul and just, feel like all the depressions, the fears, everything that you've had are going to fly in your face and you can't get away from it. Okay? So during this time, you have to have faith, and you'll get to the point where you've done everything you can do. Then it's time to surrender. Surrender is not easy because it feels like you're surrendering into a final and total oblivion. Okay, final and total oblivion. Here we have it. Splitting apart. You have to have faith. Go into the splitting apart. So the splitting apart is the impermanence, the collapse, deterioration, feeling of separation. You have to totally let go, totally surrender, eliminate the old, and you go through death, the death before death. Okay? And it takes faith, and again, surrender that God, there is God, that there is universe, that it's going to pull you through, that it happens by grace. Okay? And then what happens, you're like the snake that sheds the old skin. Okay? You're shedding that idea of persona, that idea of being something separate. Okay? You are shedding that like an old skin that comes off. Awakening to be a new being. Then at that point there is celebration. Okay? When it's all over and you've had it's kind of like the great joke is revealed. It doesn't feel like a joke when you're going into it. It feels like utter oblivion. Okay? Think of the most frightening thing you can think of and multiply it by 100. That's what it feels like when you get to that point and you have to surrender. Okay? And some people make it through and some people do not. Okay? Some people will wind up going crazy because they don't want to surrender. They're fighting the whole thing, and it is so terrifying, okay, that they rather continue to try to construct that ego rather than to let go to find out what it is on the other side of that death before death, okay? But once you get through it and you have the celebration, then you finally become the rainbow of blessings, okay? Because you're able to bridge that gap to let people know what it is to be in the journey, what's beneficial, what's not. And then at that point, if you have made this deal with the universe like I did, whatever I get, I will give back. It's the deal I made with it. Whatever I learn, I will give back. I made that deal consciously with the universe, and so I honor that, you know. And then you have to be, you can be a blessing to humanity at that point, and then you become the lion spirit, generous of spirit, okay. And so at that point, then you give back whatever you can give back to humanity to try to aid them in their search to go forward to realization, okay, to moksha, to liberation, so that they can go forward and aid others in their journeys, okay. So there you have it. I mean, I don't know why it's coming up lately, but lately the last few readings, and I've got a fly in here that's driving me crazy. A fly got in here. I've tried everything to try to get him to go out, but not yet. He will leave soon. So anyway, it's the way it goes in cycles. I mean, first I was having the things about letting go and that type of thing and confronting things, and now we have that last step of the journey as to what it is. Maybe the person that I'm visiting today, that doctor, this is something that's he needs to hear, because he's been on the path a very long time and is, you know, had a lot of these very deeper experiences, and understands, knows that there is that deconstruction that has to take place. Okay. Knowing it intellectually and going through the experience and the reality of it are two different things. People always think they're ready for it until it's at their doorstep, and then they will backpedal furiously because it can be very terrifying. So I'm going to leave this here, and I hope everyone is having a great day. I am on my way to Redland. Like I said, I have a new student, but somebody that's been on a path for a very long time. And they're pretty advanced, so he's asked for the darshan, the viewing of the guru, to spend time, have satsang. And offered his place for as long as I needed, which is very nice of them to do. But, you know, this happens when you have students and things, and they know the value of spiritual teachings, and they do take care of Guru and honor that when they've been on the path for a long time. So I've decided I'm going to spend the time over there and talk with him. And part of the journey. Anyway, I hope everyone's having a great day, and I will see you online. Okay. And if I decide to stay over there for a while, the good news is I will have access and not be driving all day. I will have time to be on the net to do more readings and more communication with people. So again, the universe has opened up a place that I can be. And, you know, he's given me carte blanche to be there as long as I need, as long as I want, to have a base here in California. So I very much appreciate that. And we'll see what happens. So I'm going to put this up and look and see what the readings were and head out to Redland pretty soon. So never been there. It'll be interesting to see Redlands. Have a great day. See you online. Aho.